Welcome back to the Broke Digger channel for a review of the PlayStation Backbone together with Remote Play and PS Play. I decided to review the PlayStation version of this Backbone device for one reason and one reason only, and that is to compare it over a range of two applications available for remote streaming, also known as cloud streaming of PlayStation 5 games over my Android Samsung S22 phone. The Backbone is also available in Xbox style controllers for both Android and iPhone variants, of course. The two applications I will be trialing is PlayStation Remote Play, which is the free default application Sony has provided for people who wish to use their remote play feature using their phones as quote unquote the backbone. Apologies for the pun. To see how this application works across Wi-Fi networks using the Backbone controller, I will also be trialing the PlayStation Play application, which is not free but is available for approximately $5 across stores like Google Play. This is an application similar to the free Sony Remote Play application, but after spending a day setting up both devices, looking through the settings and what is available on one as opposed to the other, I have by a wide margin decided the superior application. Spoilers, it's not the free device. I'm also doing this review as a test case to prepare myself for the nuances and issues, problems, tribulations of cloud play on PlayStation devices. Having used GeForce Now and the Xbox cloud service for a while beforehand, I wanted to see how this works and how an ad hoc controller that connects with your phone, be it iPhone or Android, through USB-C connection and allows for connection to your PlayStation 5 and your PlayStation account for streaming of these games. First of all, before we get down to any more specifics, I will say that the free Sony released PlayStation Remote Play only allows you to connect to Wi-Fi's and does not allow for connection to mobile connections, i.e. if you were to use your phone as a mobile hotspot. However, I am aware that some phones out there allow the phone hotspot to be configured in a Wi-Fi connecting fashion and may allow to connect in a sense through remote play, but it is certainly not every phone. This, by the way, is currently the only way PS Portal allows for connecting to Wi-Fi networks that require you to read and accept terms and conditions when connecting to a public Wi-Fi, such as the one you may get at the local library or cafe. The reasons why Sony has decided against that are pretty obvious. They want the least bit tampering of the PS Portal as possible, but it is anything but user-friendly, and my hope is that when the PS Portal releases in Australia on February 2nd, 2024, just in a couple of months, that some of these issues have been sorted out, because as has been the case for this entire console generation, Sony has been about as consumer-friendly as a drunken 24-hour Quickie-Mart assistant at 2 a.m. in the morning. I also wanted to get a feeling of how a simpler, cheaper, although not by much, approximately 50% without adding the cost of the phone, bespoke solution would work when compared to the full PlayStation Portal experience before I review the latter in early February of next year. First of all, I will say setting up and working out a variety of issues with the basic remote play application provided by Sony accounted for half my day yesterday, from weird errors pairing my PlayStation 5 to getting problems with application approvals, all the way to finding out that an app that has been here for years now does not actually allow for your phone to use its full screen to stretch the game you are streaming. It was an absolute pain in the ass. Whereas for $5 I paid for with PS Play, I had it working with no issues or errors, minimal setup, actually no setup at all, and had at my command a vast array of settings and the ability to edit the aspect ratio to stretch the screen out and have the game occupy my entire Samsung S22 screen. I guess I shouldn't have expected a smooth experience from a free Sony application whose sole interest in streaming content and cloud-based gaming was next to zero until exposed them to provide expanded services 18 months ago after the success of Game Pass. Still, I didn't quite expect the level of butt pain that remote play caused. In the end, however, I got both services working on my phone set up snugly inside the Backbone device, as you see on your screen. The Backbone doesn't really require too many instructions and is fairly simple. As long as you have a phone with a USB-C connection, you should be up and running once you download the remote play device of your choice. Once pairing, connecting, and any other issues are worked out, the device connects through your phone as if you were using your phone by itself with a control situated on the device itself. I tested the device both on my home Wi-Fi, which has a download speed of 80 megabits per second and an upload of 15 megabits, and also tested the backbone using the PlayStation Play $5 application using my phone as a mobile hotspot. The backbone itself is fairly light, seems relatively well made, and it should be for 189 Australian dollars, considering the PlayStation Portal will be 330 Australian dollars here when released. It stretches out and snaps into place snugly around your phone, after which you connect to your preferred application, which then connects over Wi-Fi or hotspot to your PlayStation 5 and your PlayStation 5 account. With both applications once finally worked out, both connected with minimal issues, and the device uses a bespoke controller with the phone nestled inside it, controlled well, smoothly with good feedback and clicking associated with the build quality of your standard PlayStation 5 controller. I tried a variety of games, and Sony recommends a minimum of 5 megabits down, with the best being recommended at 15 megabits download, just like it is with its PS Portal, which had recently come out in the United States. Obviously this is not a big surprise because PS Portal is essentially just a more giant version of a backbone with a nicer, larger screen which still connects to Sony's Remote Play application. Although something tells me enterprising tinkerers out there will find a way to get the PS Play version of this to work on the Portal, and the ability to connect to Wi-Fi that requires sign-in and or approval to connect to Wi-Fi wherever that may be, which currently is not available via PS Portal. Honestly, Sony, save yourself the hassle and the so far fairly lukewarm reviews by being user-friendly and allowing such a massive misstep with a patch upgrade so that your customers connect to foreign public Wi-Fi. If you don't, the Portal will go down like a lead balloon, sort of like the overpriced PlayStation version 2 did when it first came out approximately 12 months ago, and since then has had very few AAA must-have experiences. The backbone also allows for a 3mm jack to connect for your basic headphone on the bottom left of the device as seen, with the bottom right allowing for a pass-through so you can use your Bluetooth and charge your phone while you play your games remotely with your phone. Overall, the backbone itself, though a little pricey, is definitely a massive step above in terms of interactivity when compared to playing these games using just your phone with on-screen controls or using it with a Bluetooth paired controller. I saw these devices for $70 off in recent Black Friday sales, probably to make space for the PS Portal, which is releasing in Australia on February 2nd, 2024. So no wonder they were $70 off retail price. And actually, bearing in mind a price of approximately 129 Australian or 75 US dollars is probably an acceptable price for this type of backbone controller. Essentially the price of buying your standard Xbox or PS5 controller really. Now to the controls. As you see, all are as per your standard PS5 controller. Both L1, L2, R1, R2 are present, and your face pad buttons on the right, while the others are to get you back to the PlayStation front screen, to take a screenshot, and also to switch back and forth from on-screen controls back to your backbone controls. Now in regards to latency and speed, since the current Remote Play from Sony does not allow connections to mobile networks but only through Wi-Fi, and a payable application does, it's a little bit difficult to work out which application may give you a better experience in regards to latency. But I can definitely tell you the experience I had setting it up compared to the $5 alternative, the errors and issues involved, and the minimal options, especially compared to PS Play. Now I am showing you some of them here, as you can see on screen. Some of these options are available as seen via PS Play. I mean, the list is almost too big and expansive. And again, here are the settings for the free Sony Remote Play application. I guess you can't expect too much from Sony for free, but they are going to definitely have to improve this experience, especially with some of the less than stellar reviews of the PlayStation Portal, such as Digital Foundry's latest very tepid review. Again, I hope to see these in time for the PlayStation Portal Australian release in a couple of months as a more immersive controller option to play PlayStation Remote Play games. However, it gets a definite pass from me. Too expensive for the near $200, especially when the PlayStation Portal will be $330 Australian dollars on release, with another $330 on top of that for the Sony earbuds, especially engineered for the PlayStation Portal. The Black Friday price of $120 Australian would have been the sweet spot on a basic retail price for each version of this backbone. As a device, it's definitely leagues ahead of just using your phone and definitely more interactive to using an attached Bluetooth controller. How will this compare to the PlayStation Portal now that I've played with this and will continue to do so prior to my Aussie review of the PlayStation Portal in a couple of months? We shall have to see. But for now, the reviews in the American market have been definitely mixed. So for the backbone itself, the device gets a definite pass from me with an 8 out of 10. Definitely worth the $120 discount if you can't afford the upcoming PS Portal. And the fact that you can use the much better PlayStation application for $5 really makes it a cheaper but rather more robust option, even compared to the current state of the PlayStation Portal in the United States. So thank you once again for checking out the recent video, and look forward to my top 10 games of 2023 countdown, plus a couple more videos to finish off 2023. I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching the video until the end. If you liked it, subscribe and leave me a comment